All right, happy Advent of Code Day. I think I messed up the description of the stream a little bit. Maybe I'll fix that. I'm just saying I'm doing problems 4 or maybe 5. Can we do problem 4 in 20 minutes? Kind of doubt it, but we're going to try. I also might just go to bed. I don't know. Santa doesn't seem to need my help. Seems to be doing just fine without me. Nah, that's bad attitude. Let's help out. Let's help Santa. I think it's because this song. I'm not into this song. You know, I gotta be into my music, you know. It's not my thing, yo. All right, let's kick this thing's butt, huh? Day 4. You arrive at the airport, only realize you grabbled your North Pole credentials instead of your passport. These documents are similar, but they don't work. Seems like you're not the only one having problems, though. Got a long line. Oh no. Ooh, but good news. We realize that security isn't so great, and we may be able to solve both of these problems at the same time. They're slow because they're having trouble detecting which passports have all the required fields. So it's kind of like yesterday's problem. The expected fields are these. Passport data is validated in batch files. Okay, each passport is represented as a sequence of key value pairs separated by spaces or new lines. Passports are separated by blank lines. Here's an example. Okay. Eye color is Gary. PID is blah. I blah blah. Okay. What's up, Jay? How's it going? Hope you're having a good one. Happy Friday. Fridays are always good days. I'm just trying to do some catch up. I missed yesterday's, so I'm behind on helping Santa. Big bummer. Big bummy. But it's okay. I'm gonna try and catch up tonight. No promises though. If it ends up being like 2 in the morning, I'm probably gonna call it quits because I'm gonna try and do some early morning streaming tomorrow, where I'm gonna look at learning me some functional Python. So basically, just kind of looking at iter tools and stuff like that. So I was gonna take a look at an article like this and working through some of the methods and stuff, and just try to learn it a little bit, make my life a little bit easier. That's for tomorrow with coffee. So tonight we gotta help Santa. So now today's problem, we're validating passports. We get some key value pairs separated by spaces, and then some new lines. So up here we can see that eye color is gray, PID passport ID is a number, expiration year is a year, and so on. And then we've got a next record, which has similar stuff. It's in a different order. Maybe it has some fields. Maybe, I don't know, maybe some missing. Hey, very nice. That sounds like a good day. Podcast things are fun things. Now this one is messed up. We got some new lines here instead of spaces. I didn't expect that. Maybe it's just how they wrote it. Oh, okay, my bad. Each passport is represented as a sequence of key value pairs separated by spaces or new lines. I missed that. Passports are separated by blank lines. Okay, so blank line is how I determine whether it's time to go on to another passport. That's a little bit weird. All right. So the third passport is interesting because it's missing a field, CID. So we'll treat passports that are missing CID as valid. Fourth one is missing 2 fields. Missing CID is fine, but missing any other field is not. Okay. So it sounds like I'm basically going to loop through these. I'm going to validate the rules. And the rule is basically I can be missing a CID, but anything else that's missing is a problem. I'm going to count the number of valid items. Okay. So it sounds like this is the work here is basically going to be in parsing. Yeah, my music stopped. Hopefully I'm still on the internet. Who knows? All right, it seems like it worked. Hopefully this isn't super loud. And it looks like it's not playing at all here. I don't know. We'll survive as long as I got my jams going. All right. So back to the matter at hand. This is the, whoa, sorry. Got a new keyboard today. Well, I say new, but it's the same keyboard I already had, but it doesn't have the function key pushed. So I replaced my keyboard with a new one. Microsoft Sculptio. It's split a little bit, but it's not too crazy. I actually still have the plastic on it. It's pretty trashy. So I should take that off, huh? All right, broken in. All right, distractions. It's my specialty. All right. Yeah, pen's awesome. Yeah, I've tried the notebook thing a couple times. I just have a hard time sticking with it. I did give up bullet journaling a try after I talked to you. I did it for a little while, but I just couldn't get into it. I'm still doing my Evernote thing a little bit. I'm kind of doing more just Google Notes. Work uses all the Google products, so I'm trying to kind of get used to them, I guess. And they're fine. I've used Gmail for years, but like the calendar and stuff, I'm still kind of a new bat. There's a lot of advanced features that they have kind of hidden. Kind of works. All right. Every day this kind of stuff gets better. Count valid passports. File name. And I should probably, I'm not going to copy and paste the reading of the file because I've had to look this up a bunch of times. So I'm just going to look at it and then type. Build that muscle memory. Open. All right. And we're going to loop over the lines. Parse the passports, validate, or count the valid passports. We'll have a separate function for that. All right, and so we looked at a couple different ways of getting the lines in a file, and I did like read lines. I think that might be a good one for this one. Oh, nice. Okay, that makes sense. Thank you. Every day, learning several new things. I dig it. Right. Yeah, cool. I dig that. Now I think here, tempted to do a map and just kind of get this thing out to a dictionary. And I also want to do a filter. So we'll kind of spread this stuff out and then we'll clean it up afterwards. So we got our lines. If we were to map our lines, we would do it with a function, maybe called, I kind of want to filter first. Oh, that song's pretty tough. You know what? I think I'm just gonna do things old school. I don't want to do a map here because passports can be broken up by new lines or spaces, so it's just gonna get weird if I try to display that out and then put it back together. All right, and what we'll do is we'll create a new passport object. A resplit, that regex split. I need to import. Yeah. I'll have to look up how Python does their reg expressions. But it's basically going to be some number of letters. I'll have to look this up too. I think it's always 3 as well. Which I don't know if we care about that. It'll be something like that. And then it'll be a colon. And then anything that is not a space character. So tabs would be a problem. Hey, what's up, user man? How's it going? Yeah, I'm getting an early start to catch up on last night, so I'm not going to be done in 10 minutes though. Oh well. I haven't even got to part 2 of this. I just started. Well, 13 minutes ago. Let's see. So anything that's not a space. And this will give our groups. And of course I'm just totally butchering Python. So I don't think I've ever done reg expression in Python yet. Hey, Leet, that's funny. 1337. Yeah, to get the passport entries. So that's what I'm doing, I think. But with the being blank lines, I think. Yeah, maybe that's a better way. So I don't know if I want to do RE split though, just because I almost want to do like just like a match. So like if is there a re.match? So basically, if it's a blank line, then passport over. So I don't know that I want new line, because that can get items where I think I want basically $ new line. Or I always forget which one's first and which one's last. Let's see, it's looking up, matches the end of the string, so I got it backwards. So I think this is basically the same thing, because this is going to already, this will have the new line at the end. I guess I could just basically do that too. It's like, if it starts and immediately ends, then it's done. Strip and check if it's false. Ooh, I'm always nervous about checking, like obviously, it, you know, it works, it's valid. But there's something about checking non-Boolean values that always makes me scared. Maybe I should face that fear. Yeah, I could also just, yeah, just kind of like you said, like if L, like that would do it. Yeah, you know, it's like there's a couple different ways to do it. I don't even know if it, like all of these we could make work with a little bit of tweaking. But I think this one works. Well, let's see if it works. I don't know, passport over. Yeah, I know. I get it. It just, I've seen bugs. You know, maybe JavaScript's burned me too many times. So, yeah, I mean, it's valid. It totally is. And it's not like I'm relying on undefined behavior. It's true. Text. Whoa. I've also replaced my mouse temporarily. I don't know if I'm going to keep using this mouse. I don't like when I read code, you know, and it's checking like if a string is true or not. It's just I don't know. Maybe it's like my old C# way. It's just like makes me feel uncomfortable. And almost backslash in string. Like that, you mean? Look at me, learning all this stuff. Saying regular expression, split the line, F read. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know how. Okay, I like the R. That's cool though. With regular expressions, like in you know, like a C# or Java type language, I'm used to compiling the expression and then using that compiled expression later on. And so there's something too that feels weird to me about like kind of inlining and passing that expression in with every argument. Like maybe it's smart and you know maybe it's not doing that work over again. And really, I'm sure this is not going to be my bottleneck. This is not affecting my big O time. Let's see here. So here's what we got for this so far. So it did count this as 1. That's good. And this as 2. This one is 3. So I think this worked. Double check here. Yeah. Habits. Bad habits. Yeah, so we got 2 lines for the first one. And we got 2 lines for the next one. 4 lines for the next one and 2 lines for the last one. Okay, yeah. So, how do we do this? I think I basically have some sort of like current passport object. And as we loop through, if it's a new line, if it's an empty line, we'll just start a new passport. Otherwise, here's where the regular expression will come in. We'll basically add all the properties. We'll like basically parse the stuff, whatever we got into a dictionary, and append it. And in the end, we'll validate, and that'll be it. Can you Python? Can you compile the regular expression ahead of time? It's like a RE compile. Yeah, there is. Hey, look at that. So yeah, I mean that totally addresses my problem. The thing that was making me uncomfortable. Honestly, I don't even know if like languages like C# or whatever even require you to do that anymore. Like it might just be like super old school habits kicking. So here, match. So we can have a regular expression up here for actual, let's see what language they used for this. Fields. pattern equals RE dot. And J, you just taught me this, I think. R, mark it as regular expression. And here we want to do, I'm just going to be lazy and do some number of words. We'll have colon, and then we'll have some anything but spaces. And at least one of those. Well, let's see how that works. Okay. Current passport. Groups. And then I don't know what the shape of that object is, so I'm just going to debug it. Passport. Raw input. Okay. I'm kind of used to doing like the slash regex type stuff, but whatever. That's fine. Yeah, that way I don't have to double slash. Yeah, okay. I gotcha. Slick. I moved the dog beds, and so it's like a big deal in doggy world, I guess. They're all sniffing around. Expected string. Oh, yeah. It's totally not the right argument. Let's go ahead and rename this. There we go. So what groups did we get? Now, I still haven't really figured out how to like see the values. I haven't really figured out how to use the debugger very well. Like, what's in my groups, yo? I don't even know if Python supports characters like that. I assume that they do. I think I did that right. Regex tester. To string. It's like a tester object is good. And I can do me some capture groups here. All right. Yeah, so good. So I get a matcher object. I just want to see the actual groups, maybe. Already find all by the way. Oh, because match is probably just true or false. Okay. Some find all. Yeah. Okay. There we go. Yeah, autocorrecting code. Oh, there you go, man. Thank you. That's exactly what I was looking for. Okay, so I mean that looks like totally good. So we can say maybe this is where we can do our groups or not. We could do better than that. Basically just want to convert it to a dictionary. And this is another language difficulty. Like I know what it would look like. And something like a Kotlin, I would basically just say like G at 0 to G at 1. C#, I would do a key pair object. G0, G1. JavaScript would look totally different. Let's see here. It's the for loop. Yeah, why not? Why make it fancy? Tomorrow is functional Python, not today. In groups. So we basically say our current password. Keep saying that current passport at G at 0 equals G at 1. Key value in groups. Oh yeah, that's even better. Good call. We said we weren't doing that anymore. Yeah, that's nicer. I feel like it's like it's not a set. It's probably just that. It's fine. This value. All right. And that is not necessary. All right, so let's see what our current passport looks like. Okay, hey, that looks great. So now, basically, whenever we figure out we have a passport that's complete, that's when we'll validate. So just have another function here called def. I'll put underneath. Newspaper style. Read from top down. Passport is a dictionary. I still have never learned how to tell the types. One of these days. And gotta look at the instructions again. And thanks for all the help, by the way. This is makes it much more fun, and I get a lot more out of it. And if I just did things the same old way, although I have done a few things the old way today, old to me anyway. Valid passports that have all required fields. CID is the only optional one. Check your typing. I don't need that. All right, so we got dict. Use typing.dict. I do not have 3. I'm still running 3.7. Old school. I don't even know if I set up the env. Nope. Too many computers. It's all blur. So basically, I've got a list of these things. I want to say typing.dict. Oh yeah, I think you're right. Or I could be lazy. Yeah, I see what you're saying now. Yep, good call. No, I'm 90% sure you're right. 99. Hey, what up, Will? Validate the very last current passport. Yeah, good call. Good call. That seems like something I would definitely miss. Let's see. We'll remove that one. Call it required fields. Did you do this one already? It's yesterday's problem. Shoot, it's 12:07. Will, you already finished day 5? That coding strength. All right, whatever. I'm fine with that as is. Guess I could have done a set. I don't know that matters. Whatever, we'll just do this for now. Try not to get too hung up. Ooh, is there like a sum method? Ooh. I mean, this is not the smartest way to do it, but one way to do this would be to... Ugh. I want to do something. I'm always torn between trying to do something slick or not. Tomorrow, I'm going to focus on the slickness. I'm going to focus on those iter tools. 3 and 4, nice, man. Very nice. And, X. I don't like the lambda syntax. Like, what I want to do is basically say, like, a required fields dot map, and then I want to say something like for I f required fields. No, sorry, passport at f, then 1, otherwise 0, and then there's probably a sum method. So this is what I want to work with. Doesn't actually work this way though. And is there no ternary in Alright, I guess I don't know how to do lambdas. One more try before I look it up. So Python ternary? Okay, we do it in line. Fine. Password. Okay, so 1 if passport f, else 0. What are the chances I did that right? Wait. Why am I counting? Yeah, there's no, this is dumb. Sorry, I was getting confused about the requirements. You don't think this would sum up basically what I want to do is like 1 1 1 0 1. That's what I was saying, but it's not an efficient way of doing it. I kind of want to see what the value of this would be. So we'll just look. See what it is. I never actually called this function. This is a great spot for a unit test, huh? Function object is not iterable. Did I get this backwards? So list check against the list. I don't even know if that's what the Python sum method does. Oh yeah, you do pass iterable start. Yeah, it doesn't work like I want. I'm kind of combining map. So a map would be what I would do, and then we would sum from there. All right. So it's still not what I actually want to do, but I'm curious. So 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7. So one way to do this would be, does S equal the length of required fields? It's just not not a great way of doing it, but I might just leave it that way anyway because it works and it doesn't affect the runtime. GT. Yeah. And wasn't I just talking about how I don't like non-Boolean checks? Will, how do you feel about Boolean checks? Or sorry, I should say non-Boolean checks. Like doing stuff like if my string to mean the string is not empty. Do something. Or you can do the same thing with numbers like if 13 or if -1. I'm the kind of old school where I'm like if 0 equals 0. Let's clear some of this nasty cruff. Oh, if the passport is valid, then this plus equals 1. Or key and passport.keys. But then that doesn't help me if, yeah, I guess either way, like if there's a key isn't recognized, for check value in check value is in Yeah, I suppose this is ugly, especially with me doing the wrapping. You know, speaking of old school, I really don't like these global functions like map and sum. I'd much rather do like list.map.sum. I feel like it reads better and you can chain it easier. I hate this like chaining of like expanding your parentheses. But you know, so this I would definitely say is an anti-pattern. It's terrible to read. But if you did, you know, list.map.sum, like I feel like that is totally legit. Like that to me would be much more readable, even if you had all sorts of gobbledygook in there. If not, check. Raise, oh man, raise error? If not, check valid password, raise errors. Key and trail a key. No value. Oh, like a default dictionary or something? Yeah, that's a really good point, Will. So yeah, up here basically, instead of like doing all this work, we don't even care about the values. We just throw them away. We just are checking keys right now. So I could totally just use a default dictionary, default it to 0, and then sum it. Yeah. Let me get rid of this. Man, sorry, this is a little intense. I played my like list, which apparently has some stuff in it. I'm not gonna be able to sleep. Keep listening to that. They're like, ooh, snap into a Slim Jim. What did we get for the result anyway? Did we get the right answer? Well, yeah, that's true. False, 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 none. No return. So somehow I got all zeros. Oh, look at that. Equals Lin. So yeah, I'm doing extra work here. It's dumb. This is also dumb. How did I get 0? If it's valid, plus equal 1. Passport.get check file none. Oh, and well, I think I did that thing where I didn't validate the last one. Last line. So that's funny. I'm printing out like true or false or whatever. Oh, but I'm not returning it. Man, these interpreted languages, man. Like that should be a compile check. Yeah. There we go. So there we got the answer of 2. So now I want to know, so I checked 3 passports here. And just like you said, Will, I got 4 passports I should have checked. So I need to do one more here at the end. Is that always true? Yeah, there's different ways to do it. And I definitely don't like this. I kind of just want to like get it correct. And then refactor. But yeah, it's definitely not the best way to do it, but I don't want to get an ulcer trying to figure out the prettiest. Also, isn't that what I'm here for, right? Aren't I here to like learn and practice and get good? Yeah, I don't know. I'm torn. So if there was an extra line here, then I would have validated this thing. Ugh, I forgot to freaking print it out. What's the best way to do that? Huh. I guess I could do something like basically if this is not empty. Keys. Is this a song? Okay, I forgot I wasn't on the like anymore. Split trigger again for the original loop. There's another one where I don't like doing if 0. It's not equal to 0. Then we need to do one more check here. And we could work that into the... We could make this more elegant for sure. Let's still get the same answer of 2 here. Whoa. Keys. Okay, this song has got to go. I'm sorry. So I have 4 passports that I need to get. I forgot what I was going to do there. Let's try it one more time. So the deal is I haven't validated this one yet, because if I had, I would have wiped it. So it's basically just the case here where if they don't give us an empty one at the end, which is like a one-off, and I don't know any other way to detect that. I don't know that the regex2 would check it. Yeah, so I want 4. Hey, thanks for the follow. I appreciate that. Yeah, I feel like this stuff like this just makes me feel like a total idiot. Like, how do I see if it's empty? There's a length here. I mean, can't I just do if length of current passport? That's what it looks like. Current passport length. But maybe that's a method? No, okay, it did work. Alright, so I thought I messed that up earlier. So okay, that's it. So I think that at this point we're ready to test the real data, the real one. Sorry, I know I'm like a spastic scroller. Okay, we got 1100 lines, so not bad. It's still what I would call very small input. It's not until you have a hard time opening up in a text editor that it starts to become a problem. Generally, I mean, it depends on the algorithm you're using, but it's my usual thing. I'll read I am. Whoa. So that was the right answer. And here, we don't know if this is going to be right or not. 233. Let's find out. All right, we got the right answer. Woo. Well, let's see how bad part 2 is, and maybe we'll refactor it, maybe we won't. Because I still had 2 more problems I wanted to do tonight. Okay, things are moving more quickly now. Hey, what's up, Metabytes? So I haven't even got to today's yet. I actually am still on. Yes, I just started yesterday's like 48 minutes ago. Did you already finish problem 5? Oh, holla, that's good. Go to the phone, but each has strict rules. Okay. Present and valid. Okay. This one looks like it won't be too bad. We're still counting passwords where they are both present and valid. So I think maybe here I could just modify my count valids count. Validate argument. Yeah, nice. Yeah, overthinking is, I definitely tend to get hung up on stuff. I get hung up on the wrong things sometimes. Speaking of which, I'm going to try and take a lambda here. Let's see how well that goes. If I say count valid passports, I want to pass basically a function pointer. Well, seems like maybe that'll work. Let's see. Yeah, cool. All right, go Python. I'm happy with that. So basically now I'll have another method called like simple passport validation or simple validation. The 20 minutes is nothing to feel bad about. It's quite amazing. All right, so here, I mean, I could always just call this and, oops. But yeah. Why not? Be lazy. We'll include this in somehow. And then here we've got a bunch of rules. And then hopefully we can just do some simple regexes or something. All right. Yeah, I might just do a bunch of regular expressions. I mean, it seems like a lot of work, but I mean, it's not awful. So basically, if the simple validation fails, and let's go ahead and return false. Otherwise, just kind of do a bunch of regular expressions. Try to think if there's something easier to do. Basically, I'm looking at these ranges. I'm trying to think what the best way to do that is. I don't know how to regex really numbers like that kind of range thing. So I would be doing a regex and a numeric conversion anyway. So why not just do the numeric conversion? So I'm almost like thinking like we kind of created like a real simple like rules engine where it's like rules equals the dictionary, and we'll have the keys be the same. Does this make sense? And here we can maybe have like a lambda. Or you know what? Let's just be very explicit. Screw it. I don't know. Yeah, it seems like I'm doing extra work, but I don't think it's going to be a problem. There's like 1,100 entries in the file, so I don't think speed's really a concern. Performance. Here, I think it's basically going to just be int of is greater than equal to 19. I should not be typing anything. And val. Oh, but yeah, this is kind of gross. I need to validate, not just do it. I mean, I could do a try, but I guess I don't know how to do try catch in Python. Except why is everything just a little bit different in Python? Just be like, eh. All right. Okay, this is a type error. Geez. Value error. Looks applicable. All right. I'm getting uncomfortable with the total number of lines. Okay. I guess we can just kind of try this. This is where I wish I had those unit tests. Let's see, 2020. I can tell this is going to get pretty gnarly. Yeah, I wish I looked. Yeah, I'm reinventing very, very poorly testing frameworks. Can't recommend it. True. 2002 was the cap, okay. Try one before. So the first two are true and the last are not. Okay. That went well, so next one will probably be a little bit lazier. This one's the same, except, well, now of course I want to do like about 8 year and min max. Let's see. All right, so that'll be, now I'm getting weird. This will be a lambda with a variable like string 22 and 2. Then we don't need to duplicate that. So issue year, so it'll be the same thing. Except now this one is 2010, 2020. Okay. And this, I can go ahead and double check again. What? Yes. Okay, cool. So that took care of this one and that one. And this one is pretty much the same too. So I think that was a good call. Probably could have read through that a little closer and would have known that up front. Okay, so height is a number plus. I think this I'm going to be even lazier and just do valid n. Okay. Valid in range. All right, so now we've got some prefixes and postfixes. All right, yeah, it's getting a little weirder. So for height, maybe we'll just do it. And we'll just reuse some of this functionality. What happens if you do int on something like that? We can do a find on it. Let's see here. Guess I can actually look up what the methods are. Find all. I just wanted to see if it. I guess find all is good enough. We'll just make sure it's 1. Alright, so that finds it out. So that will validate it for me, but really I need it to get both of these groups separately. So that's fine, we did that above. Ooh, we can do this better. There we go. There we go. I'm learning. I'm learning. I think it was cm or feet, cm or inches. Okay, so that's my regex. And we can compile this. Probably unnecessarily. Pilot, there we go. Is there like a recommendation for single quotes or double quotes in Python? I feel like I'm always doing the wrong thing. It's like I'm always inconsistent. That was an oxymoron for you. All right. All right. I don't remember what I decided to do. I think I just left it and went on to part 2. Now I'm just doing like a bunch of kind of regular expression type things. I did get a little fancy here and created a dictionary of lambdas. So that's probably a mistake. But yeah, this problem has definitely been very parse heavy. Equals cm. So now I'm trying to validate height. So I've got a little regular expression here that figures out the height. And the height can either be in centimeters or inches. And I've basically got 2 different ranges for it. But I already have a range validating function. Yeah, that's right. All the fancy. So if it's centimeters, then I just return valid in range. And I think, sorry, too much flipping. So if it's centimeters, it should be that. So 150. That's pretty gnarly. A lot of indexes flying around. $59.76. All right. So I don't need that anymore. Tetris Dice, nice. You play on Switch? Oh, yeah. So thanks for hanging out and teach me lots of stuff. I hope you enjoy Tetris. Paige, I want to see your tattoo as well. Very nice, man. Slay the Spire is my Switch sleepy game. I got to send you a friend request. I can play Slay the Spire for hours. I have paid Slay the Spire for hundreds of hours. Well, I don't know, Puyo Puyo. Puyo Puyo. Whoa. Yeah, lockdown. Lockdown just keeps going, huh? Oh yeah, man, I love Hades. I have Hades on PC and got it on Switch too, because of course. I actually have Slay Spire on iOS too. I've got it on 3 platforms, and I've beaten it with every character a million times on each one. It's ridiculous. Oh, I forgot to print the answer. The answer should be false here. Okay. If I do valid centimeters, like 160, should be true. I've been doing with true values first. There we go. All right, so I think height is good. It's like the laziest quote-unquote unit testing ever. Okay. No lambda needed. All right, so hair color. I got the wrong value for height. And height is just or hair color is just a straight up regex. That's not too bad. And A through F, 0 through 9. Try that in the console. Okay. Oh, I need to have very specifically 6 of these things. I always forgot to do that. You want an exact number of items in a regular expression. Is it? It's not parentheses. It is curly brackets. Ooh, and then we need that to be the end. There we go. All right, so it makes me wonder about all my other regular expressions. I didn't do a good job of making sure that they were only matching. The good thing is we've got all our regular expressions up at the top here, so it's easy to check them. Yep, and I definitely did not check to see. That would have been a rookie error. Oh, this one I don't want it actually. I haven't run this thing in a while. That's probably a terrible idea. Dodge. My colors. Okay, that was an easy one. Feel good about that. It's a simple in check. Yeah. All right, we're getting close. So, PID is another regular expression. And this time it's 9 digits, including leading zeros, which is fine with me. And I think we're done with this problem. Go ahead and check this over here in our little validator. All right, cool. All right, moment of truth. So for the complex validation, basically we take the passport object, we're going to loop over all the keys in it and make sure that the rules all line up. And all the rules will basically run the lambda, the function pointer at the index. That's it. All right, and now I know the key value trick. It's getting burned into my brain. It's kind of weird to have like no interface or no like sort of strong typing that ensures that my methods are correct, but I think I did all right. Assume is valid is true. So if we see any expression that doesn't return true, then the whole function is false and we can exit early. And if we make it through all the way, then it's true. If this works the first time, it will be a total miracle. I believe miracles. It didn't work. Too many values to unpack. Too many values to unpack. The dictionary. Dictionary. Hold on. Seriously? Oh, get out of here. Look to both the keys. Oh, dot items. Dictionary dot items. Okay. So I have one error for my CID, which is the value that I'm ignoring. So maybe a better way to do this would be to go through my required fields. So I don't care about anything else. Right. Getting closer. Tell me that rules doesn't have a BYR. Looks like it does to me. It's passport. Passport does not have a BYR. I'm missing I've got a Boolean check completely wrong. I need to say if it's not simply validated, then you don't need to check this second part. So here we got an answer of 112, and I accidentally ran this on the full problem, not just the sample data. Let's go ahead and see if it's true. It's the right answer. Too high. All right, bummer. I don't say bummy. That's a baby word. I don't say baby words. All right, so here I counted 2 valid passwords with my complex validation rules cough cough engine. Let's see. If they show us the example. Okay. They didn't, that's gross. They didn't actually give us, they didn't tell us how many valid items were in the, yucky, in the sample file. I guess I can mix these together. Let's try that. Right. Just to make sure, I expect to have 4 invalids and 4 valids. So I think it's going to work. So that worked. So that makes me think that there's probably some little thing in here that I messed up. That makes me want to bring in unit test. Pi test. All right, let's try pi test. Yeah, when in doubt, 1 in the morning, why not add a new tool to the mix, right? What could go wrong? Import PyTest. This will be my first time using PyTest. I heard it was good. And at a glance, I like calling it separately. So actually calling PyTest. So I'm hoping that basically I can still kind of keep my main here. Whoa. What happened there? There we go. No test ran. So it looks like it's maybe a convention. If I just put test in front of it. Let's see. Please feel free to correct me too if I'm doing something wrong, because you know, I do wrong things frequently. I prefer not to. So I can test valid in range. Very nice. I'll test my range function first. Yeah, I'm down with some assertions. Oh man, one of these songs again? Hold on. Out of here. I don't know why they make songs like that. Alright, so 1920 should be inclusive. 2002 should also be inclusive. Let's take a look at what the actual asserts look like. Okay. I'm sure there's probably a better way to do assert true. Probably just assert. Alright, just assert. Yeah, cool. I like just assert. I know multiple asserts in a unit test is oops, that was the wrong thing to run, is anti-pattern, but for coding challenges, I think it's all about being scrappy. No test ran. Do I need to tell it the file name? One passed. Okay, one warning. Okay, so I'm just gonna dump a bunch of stuff in here. Should be false. Yeah, I'm down with the parameters. I didn't know Python had parameterized stuff. Test parameterized. Okay, yeah. So yeah, that's easier. I can just do something like that. And let's see here. Test input, test expected. So this would be like my expression. So I have like 4 volume. That's kind of gross. It's almost like harder to read. There's another way to parameterize. Since I've got 4 variables I'd be passing in, which I don't know, maybe it's fine. Eval. Yeah, I don't know. I think I might just leave it as is. So I just don't want to be popping like 4 variables in here. I don't want to be doing evals either. That seems kind of yucky. Yeah, but you think like, so if I did 4 variables here, I'd be doing like, this gets kind of long. So it's like expected result, maybe input, lower bound, upper bound. And here for every test, I mean, I guess it is, it's definitely shorter. I'd be doing like, yeah, I mean, it's not bad. I like it better. All right, you're right. I like that better. I'll just pop in some values here and see how this works. 220 should be false. Things that have like letters in front of it should be false. All right. So then I think I need to actually have the arguments. Yep. So if I read correctly, which, you know, who knows, I'd be doing assert expected equals input lower upper. Did I miss a parenthesis? Yes. Name true is not defined. Oops. Yeah, do that all the time. And I ran the wrong function. I meant to run PyTest. 5 passed. Hey, yeah, no, this is yeah, good call. This is much better too. I forgot about the output, so I like having the 5 things passed rather than something in this big function didn't work. I'll do a couple other weird things. That should be false. Keep doing the same thing. There we go. What is this warning? That's driving me nuts. Oh, escape sequence /D. Why isn't it like /D? Oh, I don't have the R. I hit F5 again. Should have no warnings. There we go. That looks much better. Okay, so I think, I mean, I could try like a blank, but other than that, I think that is all there really is to test. I mean, I hit F5 again. I need to change what F5 does. All right, so what else is there? Get rid of this stuff. Okay, so that takes care of almost half. Now, valid height is the rest. Or it's not the rest, it's one more. Same pattern. Test valid height. Test height. And this one's going to be much easier. Now I've got a great pattern to follow. Thank you very much. Parameter tests are awesome. We have an expected and an input here. So here it'll be things like 35 with no unit should be false. So you need to have like 35 inches or 35 centimeters, but 35 I believe is not within the bounds of the rules. So it also had a range. are those rules? There we go. So centimeters are 150 to 193, and inches are 59 to 76. So if I did, I should have copied that. I already forgot it. Jeez, I get all pumped on these streams, yo. Get so excited. Start making mistakes. All right, so one that would be true would be centimeters between 150 and 193. And we'll try somewhere in the middle just for fun. These are all true. Now let's try a couple typos with those. That should be false. Yeah, it's 1 in the morning. That's funky typing time. All right, inches are 59, 76. All right, inches is good. 76 is good. 77 is bad. Oops. And 58 is bad. I don't think I did that here. No, we do that. 149 is bad. Oh my gosh. 194 is bad. Expected. Yeah, PyTest, this is really, really nice. Very happy with this. Oop. And I did F5 again. Wow. Everything passed. So I think height is probably fine. Let's add a couple of things in there just to make sure. It's false. I didn't miss some like something dumb. So that's about it, really. That's the one I expected to be most likely to have a problem. Ooh, what happened there? Oh, bad test. All right. So pretty confident that height works as expected. So now I get into regular expressions. Kind of hoping to find an error. So we can try this again. Expected equals. All right. Let me check the rules again. Maybe they allow upper and lowercase. So hair color must be a pound followed by exactly 6 characters. 0 through 9 or A through F. And it does have A through F lowercase. I assume that's correct. That's really a rule, and the uppercase don't work. So if I'm missing the number sign, or if I have too many numbers, that should fail. If I just have, you know, like a blank or something, it should work. There we go. Oh my gosh, I've been an hour and a half on this one. That's crazy. This one's even seemed easy to me. I just taking forever. Interesting. Oh, look at that. Look at that. So I did re.match, assuming that match returned a true or false. This is maybe my bug. What does match actually return? Tries to apply the pattern at the start of the string, returning a match object or none if no match is found. So I'm gonna land up here. It should be, I should check if it's none. So we'll make a new function called def valid valid regular expression, valid re. Takes a string, and what it'll do is call regular expression match, and it needs to take regular expression too. Expression and a string, and it'll return regular expression dot match. The call pattern consistent, and our string, and anything besides none. So if that returns none, then it's false. Return expression match is not equal to none. Replace this and this. And our test. So let's see if we get the right test results. We did, so I think that this was probably our problem. So now if we run this again, we'll see what answer we get. We'll try it, see if we can save Christmas. Or whatever your preferred. I don't know if I don't know that this is necessarily holiday specific, other than we're saving Santa. I don't know how that works. What am I doing here? Okay. So my simple test still worked. Let's try the real deal. Okay. And hopefully we get less than whatever 112 or whatever it was we got before. Do we still get 112? Oof. Maybe that's not what we put in. I don't remember, to be honest. Yes, I got the same answer. Did I do my new function valid re? Yep, I did. Read these rules a little closer. I did something dumb. Your job is to count the passports where all required fields are both present and valid. Count the number of valid passports. Those that have all required fields and valid values in them.
It doesn't matter how much you know
Oh, heck no.
implementation.
I do not like the creepers talking over the sounds. Alright, well, might as well finish writing the unit test. I was hoping to get lucky. But, yeah. So, yeah, valid heights, I do make sure that's either, yeah, cm or inches. Some number of digits plus, yes. Just looking over my answers. So my PID had to be digits. 9 of them. And eye colors seems pretty normal. Might as well try PID. Yeah, this is pretty annoying. I've got some little dumb error in here. I feel like this problem is the one that's like supposed to like teach you that the details really matter and that doing things properly is probably a good idea if you plan on keeping going with the advent of code. All right, PID pattern. Still got 112. For.text. We are stuck in the mud, yo. All right, well, only one more thing to test, and it's pretty basic. Let's go ahead and do it for completeness sake. Just in case. 112. Or like not trimming values or something. I don't think that's it. So it said my number was too high. 112 is too many. So that means there's items that are invalid that I'm not detecting as invalid. We read these rules one more time. Yeah, take it easy. Have a good night. I'm looking for like the one little bug somewhere in here. Ugh. It's probably going to be a while. But it's going to feel amazing when I get it. At least 1920, at most 2002. 1920, 2002. Issue year 2010, 2010, and 2020. 2010, 2020. Expiration year 2020, at most 2030. Height is a number followed by either centimeters or inches. It's going to be 150 and 193. There we go. 150 and 193. Inches must be at least 59 and at most 76. Now, iColor does say it has to be exactly one of. So what happens, what would I do if I tried to add a value that already existed? I don't know if I ever checked for that. I don't think they mentioned the problem though. Guess I can check it. All right, so if the key already exists in our current passport, let's go ahead and print a big error message. Nope. All right, well, we tried. I need a lifeline out here. What am I missing? Let's make sure the first part of the problem still works. Just unit test all things. 115. What happened there? Was it always 115? I thought I got 112. What? That's weird. How did I jump up one? Oh, symbol B should be 4. That should have been complex. What's what? Eight. Well, that's interesting. Very interesting indeed. Do I have some global variable that I'm mutating that I didn't realize? No. Alright, I'm getting into conspiracy theories this time of night now, apparently. Mr. Comma. There we go. There goes my theory. $115. Day 4's text. Did I get the right? Input file. Have all required fields. Everything but PID. Invalid values for all of them. I feel like I'm missing it telling me that like something is right or not. All required fields are present and valid. Just add some more tests. Get words. Figure out what the answer was. It's been so long. Yeah, it was close. Now how you're supposed to do it, fill in the expected value based on the result of your function to make sure it passes. And so now I got 40 tests and I'm still too high. So all their sample data works. I still feel like it's a problem with validation, but maybe I'm missing something else. So I do check that the value is exclusively 9 digits. 8 won't work. Oh man. This color pattern makes me nervous. I don't know about this. This is probably making it so I'm not going to end up streaming early in the morning anymore. So yeah, that's the thing about advent code that I don't like. Like I'm stuck in the mud for like, I don't know, an hour and a half. I was trying to figure out where the bug is. That's an hour and a half I could have spent learning something. This feels a little bit like work. Yeah, that's good. Pattern digits plus. Maybe I'll check Reddit and see if somebody else has a similar weird edge case that they didn't realize was a problem. That's totally unreadable. $30. Yeah, that's why I don't like typing values. So 2002, was that a typo? Should it have been 2020? Birth year, yeah, because they have to be 18. Okay, so 202, 1920, 2010, 2020, 2020, 2030. I guess I could spend some time looking at the actual input. But I don't know, I'm struggling to think how I could debug this any more better. So somewhere in here, there are some values that are parsing and they're being marked as valid and they should not be. I feel like I'm doing this stuff right. I feel like I'm getting my passports right. You know, it's crazy to me that there are only 150. I wonder how many passports are in this thing. Like, it looks like, say, an average of 3 lines per. You know, this might work. So that would mean that basically only less than 1 in 3 or 1 in 4 of these are valid. So I should be able to spot check a few and easily find ones that shouldn't pass the rules. Maybe it'll give me a hint. So if I look at this one, look at my rules. Then this one, UIR 2029. That's okay. BYR 1931, that's fine. That's bad. Okay, next. Now, would I have caught that though? Let's check that. Should have, but you know. Yep. Nope, doesn't have a pound symbol. Yeah, at this point I probably could go through faster. It's pretty bad. Let's do it by hand. So I still cannot explain how I went from 115 to 112, 112 to 115. I don't remember changing anything. You know what? Maybe maybe a good strategy would be to start spot checking the ones that I do see as valid. Maybe that's not crazy. I mean, there's 100 of them. So what are the chances I see the one that's the problem? It's fine. Probably fine. Here it's fine. CID doesn't matter. Like it's gotta be some rule I don't understand. 193 inches is way too high, isn't it? Yeah, what the heck? That's not valid. Oh my gosh, did spot checking actually work? 193 inches is totally not valid. Oh man. Please tell me I had a witness on that one. 193 inches. False. Please get a witness. So here, it's telling me 193 is false. 193 inches for height. Let's run through that again. Your height is 172 cm. Height 193 inches. That's totally false. There's no way that should have validated. I did something wrong. So maybe when I run through all my functions, I mean, that is just crazy. Oh man, am I doing all in inches? No, I don't know. Look at that. It's not even hitting my validation function. It's not hitting my breakpoint. It's not calling my function at all for height. So my unit test is calling valid height. It's valid function. That's why it's working. Am I doing something stupid here? Like, no, wow. Okay, holy cow. It's very exciting all of a sudden. I never thought I would catch this. Spot checking, man. Spot checking. Okay. Where's my height at? Passport at height 153 centimeters. So we don't care about this one. Let's go let's get on to the next one. .153 is fine. .153 is fine. What you got? So he's going to set up a conditional breakpoint. It's not too late. HGT. There we go. So we've got 193 inches. Totally invalid height. So if we come in here and step in, look at passport, make sure it's going to get 193 inches. What on earth? Okay, it's calling all of them. I want to see this one, valid height. Okay, let's change this. So here we want to see when passport at height equals 193 and key equals height. There we go, y'all. This is it. Happy Friday. So rules at key is a function, right? Go mouse over. Find like rules.items. Is that? Rules at HGT. Right there. Oh, it's a function. Look at that. This is the one I did different. Oh man, I have it as marked as a lambda. Holy cow. Oh my gosh, what a stupid problem. Oh. Alright, so here it is, 193. And I come in here and there we go. So it was never getting called. Wow. Now here, we should see that the number is not in between. Nope. So now we're down, back down to 112, which is still the wrong answer. Wow. But now I don't trust this lambda. So 112 is still not the right answer. I'm going to pop it in here anyway. Your answer is too high. Enter tools. Oh my gosh. I guess I could let's me test around complex validation. Those ones are gonna be kind of annoying though. I guess this is like the most important function I could test, but it's gonna be annoying to test. This is one of those things that's probably like I look at it in the morning and just solve it instantly. So maybe I'll just give up. There's a problem like this the first year I did it. It was like problem 14. There was like little goblins moving around on a map. And I just got the wrong answer. It was probably one little condition. And I just don't have enough data points. I guess I could keep spot checking. And worked for me last time, right? I guess I've been assuming that there's only going to be 1 or 2 that are off some edge case, but maybe I'm missing some big thing. Maybe the number should be 30 instead of 100. Maybe it would be easy. You know, oh my gosh, I didn't check this. So this would be the one function I didn't test. Let's see what happens here. So if I say eye colors equals this, I get a list, right? Eye colors list. So if I say amb in eye colors, I get true. Okay, so that does work. Could I make that set instead? That'd be better. Shouldn't get any different answer. Yeah. Still looks good. Two and a half hours. Yeah, I'm just gonna call it. It's not working. I'll check coming back Slack. See if somebody has something for me. Wills. Might try something dumb. Just check like 1 and 1. Wow. So I've got an off by 1 error. So I'm guessing the last. Wow. So all this time I spent checking the rules, and it looks like the last item here is valid, right? And I ended up checking it twice. How on earth did that happen? That's amazing. So this has got to be shared. Oh my god, look at that. Oh my gosh. Wow. Holy moly. There's the problem. Wow. Can I get a freaking witness, man? That's ridiculous. So I take in like a delegate or a lambda or whatever, higher order function. Suppose when I refactored, I changed my method. Take in a lambda with validation routine. Changed. Change the variable one spot. You know what? It feels good to do it. All right, so I'm happy about that. Kubernetes, huh? It's not an appropriate super for this. Find a better one than that, like what? Oh my. Try Jiffy and love. There we go. Good enough. Man, I can't believe that's crazy. Oh, it's so tempting to move on, but no. I'm gonna go to bed. Oh, thanks for hanging around. Jeez. Feels good. Feels good to have it done. All right.